Most of you guys are voluntarily giving yourselves depression and high levels of stress with this horrible binary thinking that undermines your self-improvement. Whether you're in a dopamine detox or you're trying to level yourself up, it should be fun making progress in real life. You've got to treat it like a game. You're leveling up your character skills. But many guys don't see it in this positive, fun, enjoyable way, and instead with this massive pressure that they put on themselves, they aim for 100% productivity. This is binary thinking. Binary is like 0-1 that we see in like the computer digital systems. It's 0-1, 0-1. We think that failure is anything less than 1. We start the day at 1, and the moment that something hasn't went to plan, you ate a bit of chocolate, you woke up a little bit late, you broke your no-fap streak, you're down to 0. You have failed. This is the mentality, the awful mentality that we've put on ourselves. The moment that you go from 1 to 0, it feels like the whole day is wasted. This is the silly mentality of the no-fap streak that everyone gets so disappointed and guilty and sad about. I've done the whole video on no-fap that you can watch by clicking on the card right now. The idea is that you set this streak for no-fap that you're not going to jack off, you're not going to watch porn, and then you're indefinitely not going to do these things. So you're going to set the streak and try and get as high of a day as possible. But by setting this streak, you set yourself up for failure because you are doing this 0 to 1. So you're at 1 whilst the streak is going ahead, and the moment you relapse, you're back down to 0. And then people really relapse. They do it 7 times in that day because they're at 0 anyway. This is horrible binary thinking, and what we need to do is replace it with this more positive, progressive mindset. Instead of 0 to 1, we're going to do 0 to 100. The thing is, I understand this. You want perfection. You want the absolute best results possible, the best progress, the fastest progress possible. You want 100%. But you right now are not even good enough to get 50%. Don't be offended by that. Think about the last couple of weeks. Have you been getting 50% success, 50% productivity? Probably not, because of this 0 to 1 binary thinking. So all you're doing is setting yourself up for disappointment, failure, and a lack of success with this mindset. So let's switch our mindset to a more positive, progressive thinking. Instead of 0 to 1, we're gonna do 0 to 100. Be happy for any progress and don't get angry for reaching 90%. Because remember, you probably weren't even getting 50% of the good, productive day. And so that is now our goal. Instead of doing the 0 to 1, we're doing the 0 to 100. And if you end up the end of the day at 50%, that is progress. You are doing so much better than you used to do. We've got to lose this perfectionism that we have, this desire to get as much done as possible in the day. And the reason why we've got this mindset is because, one, the social comparisons of going onto YouTube and hearing stories from guys like me who are saying, hey guys, I got into the best shape of my life, and now you're seeing that and you're envious of it. And second, you don't like your life right now, which means that you want to make progress as fast as possible so that you can get away from this undesirable life. But that brings us to the issue of negative mental health. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I could never find hard work fun, like school work, anything like that. It was a drag for me. It was something that I was mindless through. I would see the words on the page and I'd just be thinking about RuneScape and eating junk food, waiting for the pizza that we ordered to come get delivered. All I wanted to do was play games, and I hated doing work. Self-improvement, working hard was not fun for me. So guess what? I barely did it. And now things are different. This is fun for me, so I do it all day, every day. Sometimes I take a day off, from self-improvement, and literally all I do is like watch some YouTube and read and stuff. And I find that I had less fun doing that, a day of dopamine, than I do on my normal days of self-improvement, because I enjoy this stuff. And I've gotten to enjoy this stuff with a few different mindsets that I'm going to drill into today. You are going to disagree with them. Self-improvement is like that. You're going to feel like the things I say are going to reduce your work rate and your success. And I need you to understand that that is not true. Your brain doesn't know the truth right now because your brain has led you to the moment that every single day you're anxious, every single day you're overwhelmed, every single day you're not even that productive. So you're trying to do work all day, you're trying to do it in the depressed mindset that, oh no, don't have fun, don't be happy, do as much work as possible. But you're barely doing any work and you're not even having fun. So why not try it my way, where I'm doing quite a lot of work, I'm seeing some decent success, and this is all fun for me. It's the best of both worlds. And again, let me just remind you before we go on to the next parts, it's gonna seem so counterintuitive. It's gonna seem like the stuff I say is going to reduce your success, but your success, your self-improvement, your work rate is determined by your mindset and your mental health. If you dislike your life right now, and you have bad mental health, you will really, really want to make progress as fast as possible to change things. And this is going to cause huge levels of stress. Please believe me when I say that progress comes when you actually like life right now. And you will like life right now if you are a happy, positive person and you improve your mental health. For self-improvement and working hard in general to be fun, mental health has to be the priority, and it has to be something that you level up specifically. How many hours have you spent in the last 30 days actively, specifically leveling up your mental health? Zero. For the overwhelming majority of people, it is zero. Mental health is its own pillar of self-improvement, and again, it can only be leveled up specifically. You are an idiot if you believe that your mental health will just suddenly get really nice once you fix your finances or you improve your body. This 1900s capitalistic thinking that, oh, I'll be happy when I start making some money, or I'll be happy when I lose X amount of weight. It's silly, because now we've got so much research, we've got proof that this is not the case, that your happiness doesn't just go up once you reach some kind of goal. So there's no excuses to still believe this myth that you'll finally be happy and the hard work will be fun when you reach some kind of goal like X amount of money, X amount of weight loss. Good mental health, and therefore self-improvement actually being fun, happens when you actually do the actions that specifically level up your mental health. That's exercise, that's meditation, that's journaling, that's being kind, it's being generous. This sounds so wishy-washy, and for most of the people who think that this is hippie talk, that wait, but I wanted money and he's saying to be kind and generous, what the fuck, like I wanted to get weight loss and he's saying to meditate. I don't want to meditate. You want results and you think that those results are going to make you happy and that you don't need to meditate, for example. But you've got to think, you have tried it your way for your entire life, and where has that gotten you? You are frustrated, you are overwhelmed, you are anxious, and you are stressed, and you're just not having a good day. You're quite negative and you're just unhappy. So take it from a guy who's experienced all that, all whilst, the same mentality that we've had, that we really, really want to get stuff done so we can change our lives and we can finally be happy. I'm telling you that that's the wrong mindset completely. Happiness does not come from that. It comes from doing these things that seem so wishy-washy, so hippy-dippy, like being generous, being kind, journaling, meditating, exercise. But when you actually do those things and your mental health gets better, your depression and anxiety scores and stress reduce, you start enjoying this stuff, and best of all, that is when you actually start making some progress. I was in your position. I was frustrated and really, really wanted to work hard and get some results, and I'm telling you that if you don't change your mental health, nothing's going to happen. Your productivity is determined by your mental health. And most of the guys watching this, most of the guys in self-improvement, and just most people in this modern age have pretty shocking levels of mental health. We understand it's a problem. We're finally speaking about it, and it's something that we're quite confident to open up about. I don't really know anyone at all who specifically thinks about mental health as its own pillar of self-improvement and gives it like 20 minutes a day specifically just to improve their mental health. If you can commit to that, I'm asking you to put in a few minutes a day. If you can commit to that, you will see that your productivity and therefore your work rate, your results, it will skyrocket. It will be linear to your mental health. I have seen it with every student that I've coached so far. I focus on improving their mental health first, and they're always a little bit like confused why I asked them to take like a mental health test, why I asked them to meditate when they came to me to start a business or to lose some weight. And their progress in the goal that they had completely correlates with their progress in mental health. If you can see me as some kind of role model and you've been watching my videos and you've got like some respect for me, I want you to lose some respect for your brain if you disagree with me, because your brain is not helping you. Your brain has led you to the point where you keep having these bad days constantly, the up and downs of life, the seesaw of self-improvement, of the young people who are trying to get their shit together, and you just keep having bad weeks. You don't have bad weeks when you've got good mental health. You've only got that because your mental health is shit right now. So I'm asking you to not trust your brain anymore, because your brain is leading you astray, because your brain doesn't know anything about mental health to begin with. Mental health, to most people, they think it's like, but I'm not suicidal. You don't know enough. Start with education. So give your mental health 1 month. For 1 month, improving your mental health is the only goal you set yourself. For a little while, you stop thinking about fitness so much. You stop thinking about the business and making money and stuff. And I know you're going to be, but I need to make money right now. And just trust me, when the moment you start seeing some improvements to your mental health, the huge desire, the burning desire to make money reduces. It sounds counterintuitive, but you make so much more progress because you've got a burning desire to leave your current life situation because you're unhappy. But fix the life situation, fix the happiness, actually become a positive happy person with good mental health. And all of this, when it becomes fun, you do it all day. You don't have that massive stress or overwhelming feeling. You happily work for most of the day. You're productive literally 100% of the day because it's fun for you. And right now, I'm seeing that a very, very common trait against all the young people I try and help is that they're not having fun doing this. They actually hate the type of life that they're in, and they just constantly want to keep making progress. And that's because it's mostly about mental health. It's mostly about your mindset. You got to think, what are we doing any of this for? What is, like, yeah, okay, we're trying to make money, we're trying to get success, but even what is that all leading to? It's to have a happy, the best life that we can. And the best life that we can get definitely includes happiness. Of course it does. And so why are you putting your happiness on the back burner right now and saying, oh, I'm gonna wait to be happy. First, I'm gonna get X, and then I'll allow myself to be happy. That's idiotic thinking. That is full-on simpleton thinking, to think that, oh, I don't need to be happy right now. I'm gonna do the depressed businessman's mindset, the depressed American, like, let me focus on the money first. Why would you do that? The ultimate goal of life is to be happy as much as possible, to like literally be happy right this second, and to repeat that phrase right this second, like for every second possible. Of course, sometimes it's good to experience bad moments, but some of those are inevitable. So we want to do everything in our control to have fun and to have enjoyment as much as possible. And I'm just seeing a lot of guys who are putting that on the backdrop because they think that happiness and fun seems to reduce work rate, when it sounds counterintuitive, but it's the opposite way around. When you're having fun with self-improvement, you do it more often. Of course you do. I don't need video games or drugs or junk food anymore because this is fun for me, because my mental health is good. So remember that your productivity, your work rate, your self-improvement is determined by your mental health. As you can tell, I've learned a lot about mental health, about the mentalities needed for successful self-improvement. If you want me to coach you on a one-to-one basis, if you're struggling with self-improvement and you want some extra help, imagine that one call with me. I will rewire some of your mindset. And if that changes the trajectory of your life by 1%, that's actually pretty significant. In just a 1 to 2 hour call, if we change your life by just 1%, and I actually think it would be far more than 1%. Go to the self-improvement coaching link in the description. Now, I've got a self-improvement newsletter, so if you like self-improvement, you want to learn more about learning and leveling up in real life, and you want to know something about my personal life and some mindset and some stuff that I've learned recently, then go to the self-improvement newsletter link in the description. If you feel like this mindset change was something cool to learn and it might have helped you, and you want to see more videos from me, a somewhat unconventional small YouTuber, turn on the post notifications right now and you'll get a message for my next one, which will help your self-improvement journey. A video has just popped up on screen. It's the morning routine that got me out of depression. I highly suggest you watch it. Click on the little rectangle right now. Take care. Boom.